Yo, what is up, y'all? My name is Devin, and today we're gonna be talking about Ashton Hall's performative ass morning routine. It's honestly hilarious. If this guy does this, not just for content, but literally as a part of his everyday routine, I would be baffled. There are a few reasons why his morning routine just does not make any sense. There's a reason why people who suffer from insomnia and sleep apnea have terrible mental health when it goes unmedicated or it goes unhelped. Sleep is very important for our mental health, right? This is also literally a useless routine. I can think of a million better ways to spend your morning and still reach productivity and still have a great start to your day and still make progress towards, applying self-discipline and making your life better. But it has nothing to do with the theatrics of slamming your face into a bowl of ice. And the last reason why his morning routine is quite honestly terrible is because it's just simply not sustainable. That's why I called it performative, because I don't think that he actually has been doing this for years. I don't think he's gonna keep doing this for years. I honestly would be surprised if he does it outside of just recording himself, right? Before I get into that, if you are new here, new and not subscribed, press that subscribe button down below to help my channel grow. And if you are interested in one-on-one coaching, a custom meal plan, or a custom training plan, a huge cornerstone of my services is creating sustainability. So feel free to check out my website down below or just email me, okay? Just to give you guys a little bit of context, I'll be real. I have made my algorithm and my feed the opposite of alpha maleness, if that makes sense. Like, yes, I do follow bodybuilders, I follow fitness people, but I'm very specific with the kind of bodybuilder and fitness person that I follow. I made a very mindful move to unfollow people who are not offering anything of value. And I don't think it's valuable to be shown unrealistic shit. And this is just one example of unrealistic expectations for yourself. I say that to say, I didn't know who this Ashton Hall dude was until I saw people making fun of his videos. And I was like, why are people dunking their faces into ice?
See, man, we talking about 10,000. How about 10 billion?
And then I found the original video and I was like, Joe Rogan. But instead of taking an ice bath, he's taking a face bath. Yo, this dude has 13.4 million followers. All of his videos get millions of views. I don't know if those views are like intentional, like genuine, like these people are actively enjoying the content he's putting forth. How many of these are hate views and how many of these are ironic views, such as myself? The world may never know, but surely, amongst these millions of people, I think there's at least a couple of guys who are in this, taking this shit seriously. So let's check out the video. Okay, so I'm laughing as I watch this video because to me it's hilarious how he's like so meticulous. Like, I got my running shoes, I got my KT tape, I have the perfect background, I got into my G-Wagon, I'm going to the gym, I'm wearing these expensive ass clothes, and it's like, I know that 20-year-old me would have watched this video and been like, fuck yeah, bro, how can I level up? How can I get to this type of lifestyle? Because I did used to watch content like this unironically. I used to be like, bro, if I just wake up early enough and if I just train hard enough, like my sole motivation was trying to be like beast, right? And I did not explicitly label this as like alpha male content. I didn't think that I was consuming alpha male content. I thought that I was just being like, this is how I can be the best version of myself. And for what it's worth, why that shit is kind of suspicious is because it can be a pipeline towards like consuming hella right-wing content. Like, it's a fine line between this Ashton Hall guy, Joe Rogan taking ice baths, before you get segued into like the Jordan Peterson sort of people who are like.
This brings up the right-wing resistance to transgenderism. I think a lot of it is about the pronouns. And I struggle with this myself. I don't know which to use because my reason tells me, just as you said, you're born a man, you'll die a man, but you now certainly resemble a woman, you don't look like a man. So my reason tells me it would be objecting to reality to say she. Objecting to reality to say she.
It's a risky pipeline to consuming this specific type of content and then falling into like, Alex Hormozy or like Dan Bilzerian type of characters, because they're all within like the same, I guess that's why they call it the Manosphere, right? Okay, so bro wakes up at 3:52 a.m. A lot of my clients come to me, they're sleep deprived either as a byproduct of hustle culture and they're waking up, they're trying to attack their day, they're training hella early in the morning, not necessarily because they need to, but because they're trying to capitalize on every specific minute of the day, such as this video, right? right? I'll tell you, instead of waking up at 3:52 in the morning, what you can do is sleep until like 5:36 in the morning. That extra hour, hour and a half that you're acquiring of sleep is gonna make you so much more mentally sharp, is gonna make you so much more on top of your game in being productive. Like, there's nothing wrong with being productive. You don't need to wake up at the booty crack of dawn to make shit happen, right? It's actually going to be counterproductive to your mental sharpness to be sleep deprived. People are not influencers. Most of my clients are parents, or they have full-time jobs, or they're in school and they have full-time jobs, they have 2 jobs, they have things going on, right? If we're watching this video and we're thinking, this guy is so successful, how can I get like that? I just need to wake up earlier. This is not going to be doable for the average person. You're not able to maximize every single minute of your time, and honestly, you don't need to. Having a loose agenda of what the flow of your day should look like is going to be way more productive, both for your brain and sustainability, as well as for your execution of these duties. If you over jam pack your day, you're never going to have time to breathe. You stifle creativity, you stifle your personality because you're just forcing yourself to be as productive as possible. That's not sustainable in the long run. There's nothing wrong whatsoever with having a morning routine. I have a morning routine. I get up, I go to the gym, I come back, I shower, I use my CeraVe face wash, which does not cost a shit ton of money. I use the regular ass water that comes out of the shower. You know, I think it's pretty good. Subliminally, he's saying, I'm fucking rich, bitch. Like, I got it like that. And if you don't got it like that, you're just not working hard enough. You don't drive a G-Wagon, maybe you didn't wake up early enough this morning. One aspect that I was able to kind of extrapolate from his videos that popped out to me pretty immediately is that this guy's on gear. There's no doubt in my mind that he would have a good physique without steroids. You know, you can't go from having a shitty physique to having an amazing physique just because you're pinning your ass, right? But to the degree of fullness and leanness that he has, you know, that's why people are clicking on his videos. A huge, I would argue, the biggest reason why people are respecting him and why he's gone so viral is because he's so freaking jacked. He looks like a freaking Marvel character. If he was natural, if he didn't have such pop to his shoulders, he didn't have the man titties going on, I don't think that he would get half as much views as he has been. I don't think that he would get half as much engagement as he does, because he wouldn't stand out in a crowd, right? You can have a good, you know, respectable physique. Is that going to differentiate you from the millions of other people who are also doing social media, the millions of other people who also have amazing physiques? No. Even if you did everything to the T as productively and efficiently as you could possibly do on your day-to-day, you would not look like this guy. This dude has amazing genetic. I mean, he would look like this whether he dipped his face in the ice water or not. It's honestly just like a little bit of a grift. It's almost like rage baiting. To me, his morning routine is the same thing as like when you see moms on Facebook watching those videos of those disgusting ass recipes and you're like, there's no way this person is eating a hot dog water martini or some crazy shit like that, right? This is the fitness equivalent of those rage bait videos. I think like the subliminal thing that a lot of these people are trying to get forth with how to optimize every second of your day. Oh, well, you're not rich. Well, you just didn't wake up early enough. Oh, you don't have your own business. I guess you didn't just hustle hard enough. Like, no, there are systems in place that allow certain people to rise to the top. A big part of that is desirability. This dude is freaking handsome, right? Desirability is like, I would say 99% of the game. Think of influencers that are not conventionally attractive that are successful. If this guy didn't have, you know, the most handsomest face, the most chiseled abs, everything like that, nobody would be giving a damn about what he had to say. It's not about the morning routine. It's about him. He's the product. He's the model. He's the person pushing the thing. But, you know, that's how they get you, is they're not explicitly saying the things. They're just implying it, right? They're not explicitly saying that people who are a little bit chubby or who are a little bit fat are bad people. They're just saying, well, if you don't look like this, you're just not working hard enough. They're not saying people who are not in a good place financially are lazy. They're just saying, well, hey, maybe you didn't wake up early enough. Maybe you didn't start your grind yet, right? Maybe you didn't create your drop shipping business yet, but if you buy this course, if you use my code, then you can get like me. The main concept there is if you pay for their product, you will through osmosis become like them. This is a cool guy, right? If I buy what he's selling, I might become a cool guy. Well, the issue with that is maybe we have debt, maybe we have trauma. You know, when I was going through my depressive episodes, could I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and start my grind? No, I was actually just trying to not unalive myself. I was not being lazy, I was trying to survive. And a lot of the people that I work with, I have to talk to them, help them unlearn that stuff, because it's burning the candle at both ends. demands, right? You cannot wake up as early as fucking possible, go to work out, try to have a social life, try to work on your side hustle. You will burn the hell out, and you feeling like you're a failure, and you feeling like you're not trying hard enough, and not wanting to do anything. Some people get with me, they want to train 6 days a week, they want to train 7 days a week, and they don't understand, why am I telling them not to? I'm their coach, I'm supposed to push them. Well, ultimately, if you train 6 to 7 times a week, in 2 months, you're gonna want to give up training altogether. That's just how that works out. You may feel super fired up at the beginning, I'm ready to change my body, I'm ready to change my life, but in all actuality, you're a person, you're not a machine, you're not Arnold, you're not the Terminator, you're a human. Your body needs a break, your brain needs a break, your hormones need balancing, right? It's honestly like a chemical equation here of balancing everything that you need in terms of recovery, in terms of social life. You do need to interact with other humans. Can't do that if you're maximizing productivity in every second of the day. You know, let's train 4 times a week. Let's go out on a Friday and have a fun meal that's not super duper overboard. Let's sleep in until like 9, 10 on Sunday. Get to the gym a little bit later, it's cool. Oh my God, you'll be happy to wake up and go to work on Monday. You'll be happy to show up at the gym because you have enough energy to give. So my ultimate qualm with this sort of content, it's not necessarily just this Ashton guy's issue, it's just like alpha male hustle content in general, is that it makes it seem like you have to sacrifice your body and your brain and just grind harder, when in all actuality, that's where you get beat up, you don't feel like doing anything, and you feel like you're not worthy, and you feel like you're a failure. Sustainability is the key to everything, right? That's the key to growing your business if you're working on a business. That's the key to progressing with your physique and, you know, losing body fat or acquiring muscle is sustainability. To fixing your relationship with food. Nothing can be all or nothing. Those are my thoughts on this Ashton Hall character and all the other characters that I mentioned. That is the video, y'all. If you do want to follow someone on Instagram who will actually provide you value, maybe that's me. I don't know. Go ahead and check out my Instagram. If you like it, feel free to follow. We're shooting for 40K, and I do believe we can get that done. Like I always say, Devin loves you. Devin's a Don, and Devin is out of here, boy.